right, so we're at almost the last stop here on my recovery day, and today's Wednesday, which is Deanna's massage day for me. She's very, very busy, so we lock in Wednesday forever. She's been working on me for like 6 years now, and you guys have seen her plenty of times over the years. You know, Tristan is my guy on other days. They are both very, very good. I only work with people that are the best at what they do, and I'm not saying it to hype her up, but I have been getting massage for probably conservatively 12 years. And even when I was broke, I made sure to save my money for massage because I understand the importance of it. Something that I will admit I learned from Jay Cutler many, many years ago. And I have lots and lots of injuries, bad injuries. And if I do not do this, I honestly will not be able to train. And a lot of it is also just for my quality of life, just not being in pain all the time. So I'm gonna have Deanna explain why she's doing a lot of things that she's doing to me. And you guys need to be doing this stuff. It's extremely important. I have young guys that I work with, and I preach to them how important it is that they start getting deep tissue massage done, because if you don't take care of your muscles, you start getting these imbalances and pains and stuff, you start compensating into other areas, and you end up with lots of tears like I have. I have completely destroyed labrums on both sides. I have my right labrum is disintegrated to the point where I have Hill-Sachs deformities and all sorts of arthritis inside the joint. My humerus bone does not look like a ball and socket anymore. It's all chewed up. Looks like a sun when you look at it. It doesn't look like a circle. I have my teres minor is torn on the right side. I have had reconstructive surgery on my right bicep. My left bicep needed reconstructive surgery and I let it go. That's why there's a hole in my arm there. This shoulder, I also have 2 tears in my infraspinatus and supraspinatus that I've let go. And so all of these things have caused minor issues. I have a left pec minor tear. These are all things that I don't want to say could have been avoided, but had I, A, not tried to be too strong, and B, been smarter with taking care of myself, I wouldn't have. So if you start these things now, guys, it's preventative. That, yeah, you can't guarantee that you're not going to get hurt, but it will help you out considerably as you go along. And then, guys, if you are beat up, this is the only way that's going to get you to feel better. So without further ado, I don't want my body on camera, although you can see my back. You guys just wait until April 15th.
Right now, you're working on the hips?
The hips don't lie. And PJ's hips are really, really tight. So all his tie-ins where his glutes, IT band, all of this is super locked up. And we basically just trying to break up the muscle tissue so it can heal and come back the way it's supposed to be. And that is horrendous.
I tend to have problems.
PJ doesn't flinch much, but if he like even breathes the wrong way, you know it's really bad.
That's the same area I have problems with. I have to roll on a lacrosse ball.
Yeah. Yeah, you can sit on a little cross ball and then move the legs so the muscle moves underneath it, the little cross ball, and it releases a lot.
It's like a budget version of you.
Yeah. And so basically what we're trying to do when we do soft tissue work is break up all the scar tissue, adhesions, lactic acid that builds up on the muscle, creates like a cement, restricts the muscle from giving you full range. Now, if you're a bodybuilder or really into fitness, what that means is if you're not getting full range out of your muscle, you're not getting 100% of your training like you should be. You know, you're not getting full range. You're definitely not reaching the potential you could be getting out of your training, and you're also not looks-wise aren't going to look good for bodybuilders. Striation-wise, symmetry-wise. So it's super, super important to get soft tissue work, not to mention just injury-wise.
What's PJ's biggest problem area overall?
I think it'd be easier to list PJ's non-problem areas, but shoulders, and his hips are usually really bad, but definitely his shoulders are probably the worst.
This is what PJ
hips
does.
are really bad this week.
Yeah.
I think they've just been worse because of all the cardio, you know?
Yeah, probably.
So what are you doing at this point in time?
So what we're doing is we're gonna put some cups on his hips and his low back. In the same spot, so you have your SI joint right here, and then you have your paraspinals, your QL, a whole bunch of low back muscles, some glute attachments that come in here, and since his hips are super tight, we wanna make sure we hit that spot, and those are all the tendons and muscle attachments that we were feeling before that we're feeling not so good. So we're gonna bring cups, which is also gonna work the muscle in the opposite direction, which is gonna create a pull, and it's also gonna bring a whole bunch of blood circulation to the area, which will promote the healing. Then when we do take them off and quickly release, it tricks the muscle fibers that are stuck and contracted into just kind of relaxing after that constant pull, and then you just quickly release them. The muscles will relax, and you get nice, good muscle circulation, and you get...
He couldn't wait to flex on camera. He was like flexing into the frame.
Flex on him, Sammy.
You gonna put any on the leg, calf muscle, or just work it with a tool?
So actually what we're gonna do is a little scraping on his hamstrings, and we'll see what kind of grip we feel. Yeah, so that's, if Sammy wasn't running the water, you could probably hear it. It feels like gravel under the skin. You think that's a fair description, PJ?
So you can hear it.
Perfect, actually. It's my gravel pit.
It's a gravel pit.
I got my gravel.
And how long do you primarily scrape that area with a tool?
It really depends on how I feel it breaking up. I'm not gonna go too crazy. A couple minutes, then I'm gonna go in with my elbow and just strip the area. But like the gravel is that lactic acid, that's what I was stating before, like it almost creates like cement on the muscle. That's my best description of it. And you have to break that up in order to get down to the muscle fibers and really strip them. That's caked on the muscle.
Does that hurt?
I mean, it doesn't feel good.
I feel like
doesn't
I'm
hurt.
scraping gravel that's under your skin. So yeah, it does not feel good. But PJ has like the pain tolerance of a woman on like 5 epidurals.
Didn't you
There
have a
is no pain.
I heard a story about some guy that tried to kill him with a massage.
Yeah. And he left like the biggest bruise ever on my arm. I was like icing it and shit after, and people came into the place and they were like, "Oh my God, what happened to you?" And I was like, "He just worked on me." And he was like, "Please don't tell people that I did that to you."
It's like
I finally
that's-
tapped out. I was like, "Stop, I'm gonna throw up." And he was like, "Oh my God, you're tapping out," because I would go in there and he would do shit to me, and like he would brag. He'd be like, because he used to work in Evan and all these big guys, like jiu-jitsu champions and shit. And he would think that he would get me with certain things. He's like, "We're gonna dig into your psoas today," and he'd be like putting his fist like through my stomach, and I'd be like texting on my phone, and he'd be like, "It's not bothering you," and I'm like, "I mean, it doesn't feel good, but like you can do it harder," and it would be so perplexed by it. It wasn't a good thing though, because like they burned me in there, like they had the stim on so high. I was like, you can turn it on higher, and then so like they just kept putting it higher and higher and
yeah,
higher.
you have to.
And then all of a sudden there was smoke coming out of my elbow. And they ran over and pulled the thing off, and I had like a 3rd-degree burn on my arm.
Oh God.
Yeah,
Don't go
you
there.
can't-
That's why I got hurt so many times, is because my body doesn't like show pain the right way.
You have to take your own like level of intelligence and education when it comes to PJ Braun, because you will hurt him, like, because he won't say anything and he'll just take it like a champ. And next thing you know, he has apparently 3rd-degree burns. Not from me, by the
And
way.
3 fractured ribs.
I am never creating injury on the Braunster.
All right, so I just finished my massage. We did a little over 90 minutes. It's about 8 o'clock at night now. And I'm almost done. Normally I'd be going into Epsom salt, which I'm gonna show you guys in a minute. Try to do that at least once a week. I actually tan a few times a week. I have my own tanning bed here in the garage. And like when I was doing my shows, I would do this a lot leading up to the shows. And I actually find, and there's a lot of people that ask me what they can do for acne, things like that. Now you don't want to be out in the regular sun getting burned because those rays are really, really aggressive. Now, tanning beds are designed now to give you less risk of cancer. Can you still get cancer? Of course. You can get cancer from pretty much anything nowadays. But if you're looking to tan your body for competitions and also for the skin benefits, it really does, I find, help with acne a lot. It just dries you out. And I've had a lot of guys over the years say, what can I do? Do I need to get on Accutane? Things like that for specifically the back acne or back knee, as meatheads call it, will absolutely help you a lot. And when you're getting 4, 5, 6 weeks out from the show, you should start going progressively more and more and more. Obviously, not everybody's gonna be able to have one in their garage, something that I think was a very good investment on my part. I don't have to ever go to a tanning salon ever again. I've had this thing for a few years. Works great. And I honestly only go in for 3 or 4 minutes at a time. And I'm pretty brown. I'm not showing you guys my body yet because we're waiting till the end of the BPJ, but I'm going in for 4 minutes, and then after that, I'm nice and hot, ready for my Epsom salt bath, and that'll be the conclusion of the video. So this is a full day of taking care of yourself, guys, a full day of recovery, things that you guys should be sprinkling in into different days. You're not gonna be able to do it every day. I don't even get to do this every other day. It's been a very long time before I've been able to do this many things. My body needs it. I'm sick from the Arnold. I'm fighting some sort of cold or something, maybe a sinus infection. I'm not really sure, but I'm hoping that tomorrow I wake up feeling a lot better for all the stuff that I've done to myself today. So I'm actually dumping in, this is probably like equivalent, I don't know, maybe 2 gallons of boiling water. It's obviously not boiling right now. I let it come off because my bathtub does not get all the way hot that I want it to. I mean, it gets hot, but when you do an Epsom salt bath, you want it to be like hot tub hot, which is basically 100 to like 105 degrees. Like that's the range that you want to be in, which is very, very hot. But that is what's gonna really, really loosen up your muscles a lot. So what you do is you can just get yourself a standard bag of Epsom salt. I'm using the eucalyptus one because I can't breathe because of this damn sinusy shit. But you don't need to do that. Just get regular Epsom salt. It's cheap, guys. It's a couple bucks. Get yourself at least 2 pounds, just 3 pounds, and just put the whole thing in. All right? Just put the whole bag in there. Like I said, it's only a few bucks. You can already smell the eucalyptus. And what you're gonna do, get yourself, if you don't have a soaking tub, obviously you're not gonna be able to do this. Back in the old days, I wrecked the hot tub at the apartment complex that I lived in California. Now I have the soaking tub, I got my TV set up here, and I'm gonna sit in here for 20 minutes, all right? So at least 15 minutes, guys, 20 minutes you wanna do. Numerous benefits to Epsom salt. There's even study that suggests that it's good for heart health, it's great for circulation, it'll relax the hell out of you, it'll de-stress you. But one thing that's great about soaking in Epsom salt, if you're beating the crap out of your body, it will absolutely take the soreness way down and speed up your recovery. Usually when I do this, I sleep great that night. I try to do this once a week. If you can do it more, absolutely do it. The one thing you're gonna wanna watch out for, it will dehydrate you. Sitting in a hot Epsom salt bath like this will dehydrate you. Make sure you're hydrating properly. I did my IVs today, so I should be good tomorrow. And that's gonna be how I end out this day. In between all of this today, I've been doing my emails and answering your guys' questions and whatnot. I don't get to do all this. These are things that I do sporadically through the week, but I don't get to do it all in one day. And most of you won't be able to either, but these are all things that you should be doing, guys, okay? Whether it be chiropractic, whether it be cryotherapy, 100% every 8 to 10 weeks you should be donating blood. Get your blood work checked like I did today. Try to get yourself IV treatments. Absolutely be doing the glutathione, especially if you are taking antibiotics, especially if you're taking pro-hormones, 100% if you drink alcohol more than once a week, okay? Take care of your body, take care of your insides, take care of your organs. You want to look great on the outside, and I get it, but if the inside's dying, it doesn't matter. And I hear a lot of young guys say stupid things like, oh, I'll look good in my casket. I promise you when you get a little older, you're not going to think like that anymore. Now, you don't have to be a hypochondriac the way I am, but guys, like, you only get one life. Try to stretch it out and make it as long as possible. It's a beautiful world we live in. We have, as Fabian says, all these beautiful things, my friends, going on. Hope that doesn't hurt his feelings. That is what you sound like to me, Fabian. I love you. So take care of your insides, guys. And the outside will last much, much longer. Hope you enjoyed all this stuff. If you have questions, it's very easy to get a hold of me. You can even submit your questions to askpjbraun@blackstonelabs.com. I will put them out on the podcast. Very big thank you to Trevor, who spent the entire day with me. Much, much more boring than doing stuff with Nika. I don't look as good as her. She'll be tomorrow, I believe, or Friday. And we'll put all those videos out. But I know there's a lot of demand for this educational stuff. And so I'm putting that out for you guys. And I promise on April 15th, when the BPJ is done, I'm going to look really good too. So maybe I'll show you guys what I look like then. Actually, I'm going to have to if I want to win. And that's it. So, as always, I am PJ Braun, president of Blackstone Labs, aka PJ Braun Fitness, aka Lord Braun. Peace out, bye.